Alright you guys, got a 15-10 challenge on the board, and my opponent started with C4, the English. So I've replied with F5, the Dutch defence. I'm going to carry on with my usual plan. The Leningrad, push that pawn, bishop to there and castle. My opponent's rating is 1216. Mine is currently 1449. Okay, this is normal. Expecting the knight to come out here. I'm just going to push g6. Okay, so he wants to fianchetto his bishop there. That's fine. So I'm expecting this move and the knight to come out. Yeah. Okay, I'll just castle. I'm going to play these moves, I think. Okay, knight out is normal, all familiar territory, and now what? Can't play this straight away, I've only got one defender, so queen e8, f takes, knight can't recapture, and I get to close things down. I also have knight d7. Definitely don't want to be fianchettoing my light square bishop there, so that light square bishop's going to have to find some gainful employment at some point. Is that an idea? Depends what these pawns are doing, I don't want to face that. The main idea is e5. e5 as soon as you've got enough pieces behind it. And here I've got 1, 2, and that's actually enough. So if he takes, I just recapture. Then I can push on. Okay, rook's come across, and now I think I can play this. Be quite happy. If he captures, I recapture. Because the rook isn't looking at these squares, so not yet. Do need to manage my time though, as in use enough of it rather than keep a good eye on it. Because I'm at over 15 minutes now, so I don't want to rush my moves. I'm a couple of 100 points higher rated than my opponent, but that doesn't mean much. This pawn's undefended, so there's a possibility. If he takes, I'll recapture. If he doesn't take, I'll probably push on to e4, make life difficult for this knight and also very difficult for that bishop. Okay, good move. So I'm thinking, I think the general idea in the Dutch is not to capture on there, but I need to work this out. If I push here, that's going to cause trouble for White's king safety, right? Because if I push, bishop can't take. If pawn takes, then bishop takes. That might be unpleasant. Something else I've done previously, I think in my first video today, I played pawn takes here. But then if pawn takes, I've got discovery against the queen. But I'm attacking his knight. If I take here, I've got knight takes. Quite like the idea of opening up the f-file for my rook though. I take knight takes, my pawns are pretty safe. I might swap off and bring this rook out, but then we've got to worry about the rook coming across. So maybe I should have actually got a bit more firepower on there rather than Just relying on this. I didn't expect that move. If I push, I could lose a pawn. But open things up. Push, takes, takes, and might have some problems there. If I let him take, I can recapture with the bishop, which is actually no bad thing. So maybe knight c6 now, try and prompt that. I'm going to try that move. If he pushes, I can come back, or I can advance. I can even go there. If he pushes and pushes, puts these pawns on light squares, it's that bishop again is not looking great. But well played so far. Okay, he's taken. Now I think bishop takes looks very, very natural. Gets the bishop off the back rank, it's a developing move, controls way more of the board, including that, so maybe I might even put my queen behind my bishop, go in and swap off. So without too much consideration, I think. Looks safe, can't really be attacked easily. I mean, knight could come round. Also got maybe bishop g4. It's defended by the knight, yeah, so even if the knight comes here, I've got that hitting the queen, defended by my own knight. That might work. Got two attackers on this pawn now. Two defenders, knight and queen. I'd like to push that pawn. I push and knight takes. Rook can't take, so I've got the final defender. I've got three pieces looking at that square. If the pawn goes there, it could be good. I have done a video before on the Dutch versus English. I quite like this idea of queen d7. It gets the queen out of line of this annoying rook as well. Maybe swing my rook from a8 over to e8. Of course I can't capture that now because my queen is pinned. What if he takes? I just recapture with the pawn. That's a quiet move. Time to play this. Then if pawn takes, we could have queens coming off. Shall I just do this? Attack the knight. If knight takes, he loses a piece, so let's do that. Keep the pressure on. Always looking for an opportunity to put the ball back in your opponent's court. It's very well defended, so there's no real issues. He's not going to capture it. He's going to have to move this knight. And that's a well defended pawn right now, so I don't have to worry about it. Might think about queen d7, rook a to e8. Okay, so from here, he's got three attackers on there. I've got three defenders, so that doesn't make sense for him. If I hit him now with h6, can't take the pawn because he just gets, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do some basic counting. Can he take the pawn now? He takes, I take him. He takes, I take him. He takes, I'm out of ammo. That's not ideal. Okay, so it looks like he can take that pawn. It's not as well defended as I thought it was. Can't push there because pawn takes. And we've got one attacker on there, one defender. So I think pushing that would just be weakening right now. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Okay, I'm just going to go with my previous plan and move my queen there. I expect him to capture the pawn. I have this idea. The queen has to go to one of these squares. Probably there attacking this pawn. Okay, that was to be expected. No real threats right now. I'm just going to move my rook across. If he takes the knight, simply recapture. Try and gain control of the open e file. That was just a miscount and miscalculation there on my part. He's using his time well though. Both castles are in the middle game. We've used 5 minutes. Okay. Now, big question, rook or bishop to capture? Bishop. Bishop means I've got 2 attackers on here, and it's currently only defended once by the queen. So, what are we going to see? Knight here. Both pawns are defended, so I can kick him away from there. Huh. Okay. I've got rook f7. If he trades, queen recaptures. Otherwise, rook e7. Looks good. Looks very good. Right, he should really trade now. Trade rooks. And then I've still maybe got queen and rook on the open file. Quite liking... My bishops look fairly powerful now, even though they're kind of looking at the wrong side of the board. They do have a lot of scope. There's not many pawns around. The middle of the board's all open. It's a good game for a bishop. Still got 2 attackers on here, remember. See, rating isn't everything in a chess game. How many times have any of us played people with a higher rating? Okay, what's this? So he's coming after my bishop, is he? My bishop can just capture on there. Yeah, how many times have we played people with a higher rating, but they've rushed their game? And, you know, bottom line is, the more experienced you are, the higher your rating is. Yeah, oh, he'd love to get his knight onto there, wouldn't he? That'd be great. Great for him. If I put my rook, if I trade off a rook for queen here, I think just bishop takes. It's defended. I'm also then looking at this and that, and still defending this square. In fact, he can't put his knight there because I just grab it with a rook as well. So I've just won my pawn back. Yeah, so it's the amount of thought that you put into your moves. Right? It's not just to do with skill and experience, although those things are important, but what those things mean is that you can spot patterns quicker and you need to use less time to come up with the same kind of depth of thinking. Now, somebody who's rated a couple of 100 points lower, if I blitz out my game in 5 minutes and he uses 15, he's done more thinking than I have. That's as simple as it is. Quite like the activity of my pieces here. Both my rooks are involved. He's got a rook there still in the box. This bishop's maybe annoying, but I don't have to worry too much about it. I've pinned this pawn now. So now one idea is something like just move my bishop out the way, and then I've got the threat of bishop takes there with check, winning the rook, or winning the exchange. That might be worth thinking about. So just dropping the bishop back, very quiet. Now he's down to 8.5 minutes, so still using his time well, I would say. I'm happy. I said I was going to be happy about opening up the F. Surely short blunder, because now I have this, right? I expect a snap recapture here. If he doesn't do a snap recapture, well played. Yes, good. Well played to you. Okay. Now I have, I mean, the obvious move again is queen takes. If you saw my video from earlier today, in between moves, that was also in the Dutch. Okay, I have check. What? Oh, I'm in check. Ah. Okay, but he doesn't have this, that's good. He has that. Okay, but I'm actually temporarily up a rook. So if he captures there, I still have this, with check, winning a pawn. Or I have rook takes, threatening something even worse. So let's think this through. Rook to there. What's going to happen? King move in the corner? Maybe? I'm up an exchange, that's all right now. Okay. So, I've got two options. There forces the king into the corner. Okay, what's undefended? That is, and that is right now. So I've got to watch out for this diagonal. That's defended by the rook, which is nice. Do I have a horrible attack with the queen as well though? Like rook there, queen up to here, takes. I think that's the way to go. I think that's okay. Not too worried about this queen. She's kind of out of the picture. Can't take there, can't go there, can't really go there. Queen takes. Okay. So now, okay, that's undefended now, and under attack, so it's hanging. However, how deadly is that? Threatening just to win the bishop. Got 9.5 minutes, no rush. Queen e2. Threatening to capture there, checkmate. So quite honestly, he hasn't got time to capture the pawn. Now, where's his firepower? He needs his queen. Now, how about if I go here? Yeah, he can't develop his bishop. So, you know, he might, if his knight could move, he might have a check there, which would put my king in some crossfire. Then I might regret getting my queen out of there, but or I actually have this. Takes. Oh no, I can't go there because the queen's guarding it. I was thinking about fork on the king and the knight, but that's a no-go. Okay, queen here. What's he going to do? Can't go there. His bishops can't get me. Okay, so let's say queen there, checks, bishop takes. Checks there, knight takes. Alright, I'm going to do it. Wish me luck, I'm going in. This is an unrated game, by the way. So the threat is to the bishop. Bishop can't go there or there, it's just going to get... Oh, in fact, it can go there. But then I have check. Mate. because the bishop's guarding the G1 square. So the bishop can't actually move, I don't think. Good game of chess. The ones when you have to take a deep breath and a sigh, you know that you're in a game. Bishop can't go anywhere. Can't go here, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where it goes. Bishop can't move. Bishop's a goner. And so queen goes here is an option. But then what do I have? I've got like rook there, no? No, because bishop takes. I think that's going to be forced, yeah? Whew. It's funky now, isn't it? Funky now. So the queen does go there, which I'm anticipating. I've got a potential discovery. Bishop's there and defended, but what can I do with the queen on there? What can I do with this rook here? Can't take the bishop because queen takes. I just go back down the exchange. Or then do I have a check with there, and the only defense is queen there and then mate? I think that might work. I think that might just work, lads. All right, let's see. Queen there. Rook takes. Queen takes. Well, queen doesn't have to take. But if she doesn't... Queen there takes. If queen takes... Queen to e1. And the only defense is to put the queen back on the back rank, where she's going to get took. Unless the king goes here. Crikey, that's a bit complicated. Right, think it through again. Queen there. Rook takes bishop. Rook takes bishop. Queen takes, so the queen's on there. Queen back to here. Oh no, the king can't move because if the queen's on there, so the queen's got to come back to the back rank. And wherever she goes, she's getting destroyed. What? Well done. Okay, first instinct is grab a free pawn and attack the queen. Okay, if I go there, what's the queen got? Other than takes, can't move. Got 1, 2, 3, not there. Couple of squares she can go to. Then I've got there and force exchange. Okay, that's definitely an idea. So if the queen doesn't swap off, can't go there or there or there, just get took. Right, I don't have another plan. Need to move my queen. I've got a spare pawn there, free pawn. Or I've got rook takes knight. Rook takes knight. Just go, I'm just giving up the exchange then, aren't I? So I'm going to do that. God, I love this game. Haven't you? You can learn the rules in 10 minutes. And every game has the potential just to stretch your mind and your thinking. Ha! Okay, I only have one move, don't I? That. Knight there, check, you get taken. Oh, this is, I mean, he's facing mate in 1, so he's got to do something with his queen, right? Now if the queen moves to like any of these squares, I've got this, and the queen cannot move, and we're going to force the exchange. But I did call out this potential crossfire here with the bishops. It's a good play. KMWS. We've also got this threat. Oh no, that would be mate as well. So there's two potential mates. He's got to exchange queens now, and he's not going to like it. He's got to exchange queens, sure of it, because that's just checkmate. So is that. And the only way out of it, he's got nothing. The queen can't move anywhere else. What a game. What a fight, what a battle. Love it. Very well played. Someone in the 1200s at Rapid. That's exceptional. He is sending me some chat messages, but I started the game in focus mode, so okay, that was a desperate move, and now queen takes pawn is too little too late, because I have queen at a1 mate. Remember, I can't go here and I can't go there, but I also have this. That's a preferable mate. That would be a blunder because bishop takes, loses. That would be a blunder because queen would recapture. But yeah, this isn't possible. So I'll catch up on the chat at the end of the game. So apologies to my opponent who's trying to chat. Wow. It's all down to time, isn't it? Just when you don't have enough time to execute two moves, you only get one move at a time, and I don't see how he's going to get out of this one. He's got to swap the queens off, and when he does that, he's going to find himself down a whole rook. Yeah, well, that was the move that we talked about before, isn't it? So now, okay, what did we say? Rook here. If queen takes, I play queen b1, not c1. If I move towards c1, shout at me, yeah? Okay, rook here, I'm threatening the queen. If queen takes, queen there, and he's in check, right? So he's got to put the queen back on the back rank. I think it works. Because the other thing is, of course, the queen's now under attack by the bishop. So queen takes, I go there with check. Queen's on here, so the king can't move. So the queen has to come onto the back rank. If the queen comes here, queen takes, it's mate. Queen comes here, queen takes, and it's mate. Calculation is hard. Remember, I have to go to one of these, not that one. Not that one. Put my thumb over it so I can't move to it. Yeah, well, we knew this, so not that one. This one. This'll do. Check. Now he's got to block with the queen. And however he does it, queen takes queen, it's mate. Game of the day. 100% game of the day. Right, you can now resign because it's mate next move. Yeah, well done, mate. Well done. Right, let's see what he said in the chat. Hi, Ben, is what he said. Awesome, awesome game. Watch out for the video. Okay, no, that means hats off. That was brilliant, brilliant stuff. Very, very enjoyable. Hope it made good viewing for you guys at home as well, because wow, wonderful. Wonderful game of chess. One for the scrapbook. Okay, so there you go. Nice live game there. Playing the Dutch against the English opening. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you soon.